Record that Wike engages in full-time the service of Julius Berger while serving as governor of Rivers State. It was largely reported then that all the flyovers he built as governor was the making of Julius Berger. Hence, the marriage between him and Julius Berger now in FCT is not surprising to many.
Eugene Abu, it is with great pleasure and privilege that I stand before you to extend my warmest congratulations to the nation's judiciary on the auspicious occasion of the flag-off of the construction of 40 residences for the justices of the Court of Appeal and judges of the Federal High Court and the FCT High Court. This significant project is unprecedented as it relates to the federal judiciary in the collective efforts to enhance the welfare and working conditions of our esteemed judicial officers. By providing these much-needed residencies, we are not only improving the quality of life for our judicial officers, but also ensuring that they have a conducive environment to carry out their critical responsibilities. This housing project, therefore, is more than just a physical structure. It is a tangible expression of our belief that a strong judiciary, supported by a comfortable and stable environment, is essential for the well-being and prosperity of our nation. I commend the government of His Excellency Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu through his able Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Barrister Wike, for their unwavering commitment to the judiciary and for recognizing the importance of supporting those who strive to uphold the rule of law. This investment in residential infrastructure demonstrates a clear understanding of the challenges faced by our judicial officers and a determination to address them. As we witness the groundbreaking of this project, I am confident that it will serve as a catalyst for further development and improvement of the judiciary. May this initiative inspire us to continue striving for excellence and to uphold the highest standards of justice in our nation. It is also our hope that successive governments of the FCT will continue with this laudable gesture. Thank you very much for your attention.
First of all, my Lord, let me on behalf of the Federal Capital Territory appreciate and thank you for accepting to be the special guest of honor and to flag off this very memorable occasion. Let me please recognize my dear sister, the representative of the Attorney General Minister of Justice, Mrs. J.D. Abed. My Lord, let me say clearly for this. Mr. President had always said, how do we work for the independence of the judiciary? How can the judiciary be independent? And he has always said, one of the things that guarantee the independence of the judiciary is one, the tenure of the judicial officers. Just like what the Minister and the Attorney General said, the President has done that by amending the Constitution to see all judicial officers at least retire at the age of 70 years. And Mr. President has also said, the conditions of service is critical to the independence of the judiciary. That if you want to insulate the judiciary from manipulation, for interference of either the legislature or the executive, it's important that the conditions of service. One of those conditions of service has to do with their remuneration. Of course, the Minister and the Attorney General has said that one of the first things that Mr. President did was amend the salaries and allowances judicial officers Act 2024, which was just assented to by Mr. President. That, of course, is to give them hope, is to make sure that the allowances and salaries are up to the level that they can say, yes, with all our efforts, that our welfare is being taken care of. Another condition of service that's very, very critical and insulating the judiciary from interference is housing. Housing, every man needs housing, so judicial officers. And so, Mr. President said, listen, it's not every time we talk about, we support the independence of the judiciary. We must show in practice, we must show in action that we were indeed not saying so, but we are doing so. People can see that we are seriously doing that. And Mr. President said, we must, at all times, provide housing, but that can only be better if you have owner-occupier. And so every judge will know that at the end of the day, I'm retiring from office, I have my own home. With that, it will be difficult for anybody to manipulate or interfere. When you have a home, what are you afraid of? When you know that salaries and allowances can be paid when you are retired, when you know that your tenure of office is guaranteed, that of course, anybody will be firm. Anybody will be courageous to do his work or her work. And that is what Mr. President is really home agenda is doing, not merely talking, but showing action. And my Lord, the Chief Justice, let me say one thing today. So many people will be asking questions. Why is the FCT interested in Federal High Court? Why is the FCT interested in Court of Appeal? They should have only ended in FCT. But they forget to, whom are these courts serving? They are serving the people of Abuja. They are serving those who are carrying out their businesses here. They are serving those who are residents in Abuja. It's like when I was the governor of a state, some people will ask, why are you providing houses for the justices of Court of Appeal? Why are you providing houses for the Federal High Court? And I said, if today the building in the Federal High Court does leakages and it's raining, like in those days in Court of Appeal, you see plastic chairs where the assistant judges will not even sit. They will adjourn the matters. Who will be suffering? It's not the people of River State. And we felt that no, we must make our own contribution so that our people will not suffer in terms of having justice, in terms of administration of justice. And so, as far as we are concerned, Abuja is like a state. The only difference is that it has not been named as a state. We are here to render services to every Nigerian who comes here to carry out business or who wants to reside in Abuja. So that's what we are doing. And let me announce clearly to the FCT Chief Judge, yesterday, I've already informed the CJN this morning as we are seated there, that Mr. President has approved for all the judges in the FCT to have their house owner-occupier. And that is why in the next year, we're also going to provide at least 20 of these small houses for the FCT judiciary. Mr. President has also approved that by next year, we should make sure that we also provide for the industrial court, so as they also be part of the benefits of the renewed hope agenda. So, and now let me bring to your notice, you have seen this land here. When we are looking for where we get such a land to build, and I was driving around looking for empty land, and I got here, I saw this big land. I saw the big post, Julius Berger. So I didn't talk. I called the director of lands. Who owns that land? They said Julius Berger. When was it allocated? They said about 15, 20 years ago. 15, 20 years ago, nothing has been done. I didn't bother. So I invited the MD Julius Berger to come. He came and we had dinner. I didn't talk about the land. So the next day, he was in the office and he saw the revocation letter as a matter of public interest. So he called me. But I had dinner with you. I said, yes, we had dinner. We didn't discuss about land. But the point is that what we're doing is that how would government allocate land for more than 20 years for organizations to develop, and they're not able to develop it. I thank God they did not develop it, and now we're able to have it. If not, you wouldn't have had this land for us to think about constructing of these magnificent buildings. Now, let me say, and thank the National Assembly, my Lord CJN, I've never seen people who are so lucky. The budget for this project is not the normal budget where you have the cost is 50 billion, but what is provided in the budget is 1 billion. No, it's not for this kind of project. We have 70% of the budget approved for this particular project. Because Mr. President has said, if you know we don't have the money, let us not start it. And that's why we have told the contractor, you have only 15 months. You have only 15 months to hand over well furnished, because our judges must get the best because they're doing a lot of hard work and good work for this country. But now let me also say, today, we're not going to say, oh, we have flagged it up, but how are you sure that they will give us the CFO? We are going to give the CFO here to the Court of Appeal, to the Federal High Court, and to the FCT High Court, so that they know that us, we have given you your land, and by next year, God willing, by the grace of God, and the contractor should know we have mobilized you. We mobilize you under the rain. You must also work under the rain. No excuses of the rain was too much, the sun. No. Work as we have paid. Nothing like rain or sun. We are not going to hold the contractor at all. We'll make sure that this is a parallel project that will be completed on time. And my Lord, the Chief Justice, will also be here next year by the grace of God to come and commission it. And we also believe the Court of Appeal Division, which was flagged up by a predecessor, will also be commissioned by next year to the glory of God. My Lord, you're a very lucky person. God's time is the best. And it's how it believes that the will of God that it is at this time you will be the Chief Justice of Nigeria when such project is starting. It is not anybody's own making. It is how God has made it. So we'll say once more, congratulations. And we are happy that you are the one flagging it up and you'll be the one that will commission it. Now, Lord, let me take permission from you, therefore, to invite the President of the Court of Appeal, as being represented by the Presiding Justice of the Abuja Division, the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, and the Chief Judge of the FCT High Court, to please come forward and receive the certificate of occupancy for their various sections. Thank you, and God bless you.
To be present at today's flag-off ceremony for the construction of 40 residences for judicial officers of the Court of Appeal, the Federal High Court, and the FCT High Court. This is indeed a very significant milestone in the continuous effort of the federal government and the FCT administration to enhance the welfare of judicial officers in the Federal Capital Territory. The judiciary plays a critical role in safeguarding the rule of law, upholding justice, and protecting the rights of citizens. In fulfilling this role, judicial officers must have the right tools and environment to carry out their duties with independence, impartiality, and integrity. Beyond the courtroom, a supportive and conducive living environment is essential to their ability to focus on the heavy responsibilities entrusted to them. Judicial officers require peace of mind, security, and comfort in their residences to fully dedicate themselves to the rigorous task of interpreting and applying the law. The construction of these residencies is a practical step towards ensuring that judicial officers are well supported. It goes beyond addressing the basic need for housing. It reflects the recognition that the mental and emotional well-being of judicial officers is directly tied to their living conditions. These homes will provide a secure and tranquil environment, enabling the judicial officers to perform their duties with greater focus, efficiency, and clarity of mind. The judiciary, as an independent arm of government, must be equipped with the resources necessary to function optimally. While judicial officers are committed to upholding the rule of law, the provision of appropriate residential accommodation is a critical component of their welfare. By making this investment, the FCT administration has demonstrated a commendable understanding of the unique needs of the judiciary. I would like to acknowledge the renewed hope agenda of the present administration of His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, and the FCT administration for its initiative and forward thinking in implementing this project, which reflects the importance placed on the welfare of judicial officers. This initiative is an essential part of creating an enabling environment for the judiciary to discharge its constitutional duties effectively. I am confident that this project will be executed to the highest standards and completed within the expected time frame. The timely completion of these residencies will further enhance the capacity of our judicial officers to serve with dedication and commitment to justice. As we mark the beginning of this project today, I hope that it serves as a reminder of the importance of ensuring that those who serve in the judiciary are given the respect and support they deserve. The ability of judicial officers to perform their functions is strengthened when their well-being is prioritized and their work environment is conducive. We are extremely grateful for the demonstration not only of commitment but of action by the handing over of the certificates of occupancy to the heads of court who are having residencies built for them. In conclusion, I wish to express my gratitude to all who have worked tirelessly to make this project a reality. I look forward to seeing it come to fruition, and I am grateful to God Almighty that He has blessed me to be in this position at this time. And I'm confident that it will be a model for similar initiatives in the future. At this point, it is my singular honor and privilege to flag off this landmark project of the construction and design of 40 number houses for justices of the Court of Appeal, judges of the Federal High Court, and judges of the High Court of the FCT. We thank the Honorable Minister most sincerely for his commitment to this project. I thank you all for listening. God bless the Nigerian judiciary. God bless the Federal.
One company that made me to move for amendment of our procurement law at the state was Julius Berger. How, when I know the law permits 15 to 30% of mobilization fee, I do know that there will be a problem. And that problem will be by the time the 13 or 15% to 30% is paid, and another milestone, another certificate is being submitted, we may not have the money to pay. And then obviously be an expensive company. They will come for variation. So what I did was to seek the support of the State Assembly to amend the procurement law. The Executive Council can pay up to 70% if they believe that that firm or company is competent to carry out the job without running away. And I know Julius Berger is on ground. If you go to where they are living, you know that they will never leave this country again. And so we amended the law and to say that in every job we have done with Julius Berger then, we pay 70% upfront. And so that's how we're able to do 12 flyovers in 4 years. 12 flyovers in 4 years. Because if you pay a contractor 70%, obviously he will come to even ask of his retention because the job has almost been done. Why am I also saying this? Is to tell members of the National Assembly part of our predicament, part of our major headache is the procurement law. The procurement law, yes, is to protect and make sure our money is safe. But again, if you look at the overall advantage, it drags us backward. That is why in most cases, you do procurement for almost 4 months before it is approved, before it goes to the Federal Council, and before you know it, 6 months, it's over. It's up. 6 months of procurement alone is half of the year. But thank God, Mr. President, is infinite wisdom to make sure that work continues in the FCT. He gave us a latitude by increasing our threshold. Today, you see, contracts of schools are going on, contracts for building more police stations to save our people are going on, is because of the approval given to us by Mr. President. So I want all of you in prayer, continue to pray for Mr. President, so that at the end of the day, the hope, the lost hope of our people will be gotten back. That's why he said they need hope agenda. His government is to bring back the hope that people have lost. I'm sure people who are living here never believed that this story can be done again. The president said no. There's nothing that cannot be done. We are here to bring back your hope. We are here for you to have confidence in government. And that's why you see, every day we are flagged on one project or the other. So now members of National Assembly, I want to also thank you, particularly the chairman who is representing the Senate President. You have been very wonderful. We always discuss on phone. And once we agree, we have agreed. I thank you. That shows your love for the country. That shows your support and commitment to Mr. President. I don't want to talk too much about the company. We all know. All I want to appeal that this job is also going to create employment. And of course, I do believe neighbors here, those who are living around there, will be allowed to have one form of the other in terms of employment. Not only are we providing infrastructure, we're also trying to create jobs. So if you want, those of you who came on Monday on the flag off of the judges' quarters, you see the number of people that will be working there. That is job creation. Yesterday, we were at Dakibiu. People will be employed. That will be job creation. The other day, we were in Mabushi. That will be job creation. On Monday, we are moving to the area councils. One is in Kwali, one is in Kuje, one is in Wagwalada, and the other one is in Buhari. So by the time Tinubu finishes his first tenure, Abuja people will say, yes, we have no choice but to continue to follow you because you have brought back our hope. And that's what's important in what we're doing. Yesterday, myself, the Executive Secretary of FCDA, the Director of Engineering Services, and the Director of Buildings, we met with Julius Berger after yesterday's occasion. And I told him that this 18 months is too far. Julius Berger was insisting that even the 18 months is so tight. I said, why is it so tight? We have praised you as a giant consortium firm. We have praised you as the best. You are not only the best because of the quality, you are the best in terms of equipment you have. I know you can face 10 jobs at the same time. I know you want to maximize your profit. But let me assure you, if you reduce the 18 months to 14 months, I can assure you, I will write to the President to give her permission to pay you another 30% so that you'll be able to finish this job in May. There's nothing you cannot do. If you can build 12 flyovers in 4 years. So at average, you are doing one flyover in 12 months. Which company, which state, which government are able to do that? So you have the capacity. So please look at it again, and that will make me allow you to do more jobs. If you do this in 14 months, be assured that we want to start our FCT secretariat. We just imagine how a whole FCT will be, the office will be where they are. That was built in 1980s by the military. We want to give something that when anybody is coming to Abuja and they say this is FCT head office, you would doff your cap and say, indeed, this is what FCT is supposed to be. And we are ready to do that. And even the Northern Parkway, if you agree for this 14 months, I will lobby to see that since you are the one doing by direct procurement, that job is given us. My own is, if you do for me, I do for you. If you lie down for me, I lie down for you. So if you agree for the 14 months, go home and sleep. That will immediately start the other jobs. So the incoming MD, come. So you make your own commitment here and let us know whether we are going to get it or will not get it. But come this way, you are not minister. Go the other side. You are not minister. Stay where God will keep you.
Your Excellency, we will seriously look into that matter and do all our best.
So that means we finish 14 months.
We will speak again. Let me look into it. But I'm positive.
Yes, he has said it's positive. And today, is 25th. I will hold you and I will hold the outgoing, luckily not Dr. Lass. I will hold you responsible. You can imagine when this road is finished, what will be here. So all of you who are claiming that you are suffering, the price of food items are high, but also give kudos to Mr. President of trying everything, putting all his energy to see that food items, the prices are brought down. If you don't have good road, the price of goods will go up. If you have good roads, it's likely to reduce because the transporters will always complain, why we will not add money? There's no good road. When we are coming from Jos, when we are coming from anywhere, our vehicles are stocked. It's a journey that will take us 1 day will take us 5 days. They add prices to all those food items. So by the time we finish road infrastructure in the city and in the rural areas, I think our lives will be different. It will no longer be we are suffering. But I can tell you, before the end of this administration of Mr. President, Nigerians will smile. We will never do anything that we know will not work. I know he means business. I know he's committed. The only problem we have, you must also ask yourself, these problems have been there for donkey years. For donkey years. Whether it was PDP, whether it was APC, whether it was military, these problems have been there. Even got to the level that we thought this country would have collapsed. But by his dexterity, by his commitment, he's putting measures which may temporarily be difficult, but which at the end of the day will all come to sing praises to God and thank Mr. President for standing firm to do what is right for the country to move forward.
Despite making it public that he recently revoked the lands of Julius Berger after having a dinner with him in Abuja, Wike, the Minister of FCT, is calling on same Julius Berger to ensure that all projects given to them is completed timely. This is in a bid to meet deadlines and ensure that the time set for project completion is met. Many will not be questioning the rationale behind his coming out to let Nigerians know how he revoked the lands belonging to Julius Berger. That was assigned to Julius Berger in Abuja after a dinner date